Many times when we think of the ecosystem, we think of a system that's outside of ourselves. But how often have we thought about the ecosystem that exists within the human organism in which we are living? If we can more deeply access the ecosystem in the human organism, we can more harmoniously access the ecosystem both outside of ourselves as well as with the colleagues with whom we are working. That's what this video is about. So how do we do this? We have to first access our own nervous system, which is intricately connected to the ecosystem of the planet. TRE, which stands for Tension and Trauma Releasing Exercises, has recognized and discovered a way to easily access a genetic encoding built into our nervous system that is designed to communicate and interact not only with other humans, but also with animals and plants on planet Earth. Humans are biologically wired for co-regulation, meaning that our nervous systems are constantly seeking to synchronize with those around us. This promotes a sense of safety and calm. The vagal nerve in the human body modulates our physiological responses to life. In essence, humans are biologically wired to sense, respond to, and influence the nervous systems of those around us. Now, our nervous system has its own unique self-stimulating mechanism specifically designed to enhance our co-regulating capacity. Ultimately, leveraging the co-regulating nature of humans first can transform a workforce into a cohesive, resilient, and high-performing team, which leads to sustainable success for the company. Here you can see someone who just began the TRE process and they have tremoring in their legs, mostly in the adductors of the inner thigh, but you can see the rest of the body is completely frozen. It can't move. But after a short while, naturally that tremoring is going to loosen the hips and the pelvis, as you can see they have done here, and they're going to slowly start their journey up the spinal column, simply releasing the structure physically. Now you can see that it's slowly loosening the midsection of the spine, and it's going to go up into the neck, shoulders, and out the arms. Here, as we see the shoulders starting to release, you now have greater movement in the hip and lower spine. Now here we see greater flexibility in the entire structure, even going out the arm. So we see that everything from the sacrum to the cranium along the spinal column has been able to release and move itself back into a rhythmic pulsation. Now we can see the difference between the rigid frozen structure that the client began with very little pulsation, and by simply passively allowing the tremor mechanism to move itself through the structure, it was able to restore its own natural pulsation.
Wow, what just happened? Physically, yeah, like shaking up and down and left and right in ways that I couldn't control it. It was doing it on its own. I'd never experienced something like that before. Like, I feel incredibly good, like physically in my muscles. I feel really loose and really relaxed and really centered, almost kind of high. It was really fascinating for me to see that the release came out of those two areas, here and here, you know. So it was a really awesome ride.
I felt like I relieved the pressure that I had from the stressful situation I was dealing with in regards to work, but it also felt like I relieved some weight. So it was just like a good feeling of, I feel lighter, I don't have the pressure.
It just feels magical. Like, it's a bit of a funny word maybe for some people, but there's something to it that's so innate and human, and it feels honest. It's not just a miracle, one session and you're done. I'm hooked on TRE. I'm grateful to discover it, and I want to help other people find it as well, because it's a beautiful personal practice. The relax that I feel from this is more than I feel from a yoga class or even meditation.
That just got so deep so quickly. It's why I call TRE mindfulness on steroids. It took my practice to a whole other level that I could not have imagined before practicing. And I mean within a month. I had progress that I hadn't experienced in 10 years of mindfulness practice.